What's up guys, it's Waggish American here, and today I'm not bringing you any specific model video. I don't really know what to call this video. It's kind of a channel update slash explanation slash loot slash self-promotion video. So, school just started for me, and before I get into this I should probably explain how I do my videos. I record as I build, then edit, and then I have an upload schedule of about every 3 weeks. But I tend to build faster than the uploads come up, so I have a backlog of like 3 months at this point of videos. This is not one of those. I'm recording this like 4 days before this is going to come out. This is interrupting the normal schedule for a reason. School just started for us, and because of it starting, I started this project as a break from the like 4 other projects I'm doing at this moment. This is a 1/76 scale Stug 3 that I'm turning into a zip drive. The plug is what's right there. So that's coming along. I originally, today, the build video for that was supposed to be done. But I didn't get it done in time because this is a special project and it's not just being done as I usually do it with the huge delay, the time delay between recording and uploading. So this is running a bit longer than I wanted to because I was away this weekend. And that's where the loot part of the video comes in, but I'll get to that in a second. So that's what I've been working on. That will be the video out it should be a week from today, which shows the video releasing should be September 6th. So in 1 week, the schedule is going to be a little bit off, but in 1 week the build video for this should be out. So this will be the loot video part. So I was at a flea market, and flea markets are very interesting. You can get some supplies at very low prices. They're not going to be great, but for some things, if you just want to spend $1 and get a disposable but usable resource, it's great, and you can find some really cool stuff. So I'll just do a quick loot video. Now, if you look at my channel description, it mentions RC stuff occasionally. And this first loot bit is related to the RC stuff. This is a bunch of heat shrink tubing for several projects I'm doing and plan on doing a video about, one of which involves plastic models as well. So that'll be a video. All this tubing was just $1. Now another thing I grabbed for $1, this fairly large collection of fairly wide paintbrushes. Now these are not anything resembling high quality. I'm going to use these for things I don't want to use my actual decent brushes on. I don't know what's going on with the colors here. It won't. It's closer. I'll use this for stuff like oil washes and dry brushing, stuff that I don't want to use my regular brushes on, so that's a good find. Now a key aspect in any modeling, both for history and for getting modeling ideas, is books, and books are usually out in force at things like this. So I picked up the Luftwaffe's Blitz, the Battle of Alamein. I'm a huge fan of the North Africa campaign and kind of everything involved from the tanks to the aircraft, so this should be an interesting read. And An Army at Dawn, which is also about North Africa. So as I work through these books in the next couple of weeks, in a couple months, I'm sure you'll start seeing a lot of North Africa stuff appearing on my channel. Now this one's really interesting. I don't really like giving out project ideas before I do the video for it, but this one's been an idea I've wanted to do for a while, and it's a higher call, and it's a really nice painting. The painting up here, the full version is also called the Higher Call. I am building a model of this exact scenario. It's going to be an in-flight model on a display base. It's going to be really nice. Keep an eye out for that video. No idea when it will get done. Altogether, all these books are hardcover. They're basically brand new. All up, retail price, altogether, I'm getting about $120 retail for all these books. I got them for $24. So, cheap flea markets, shows such as this, really good to check out. Just swing by. Now here's the interesting thing. Of course, just like many things, you'll get kits. Now, I found two kits, one of which I know for a fact I'll be building, and it will be an interesting departure for my channel, because I typically, as if you follow me know, I typically stick to 72nd scale World War II aircraft. I picked up this pretty old AMT F-15C Eagle satellite killer. Just reading the box, the satellite killer thing is very interesting. But this is going to be one of my first non-anime related modern jets. Actually, it will be my first non-anime related modern jet. So I'm pretty pumped to get this started. Now, seeing the fact that it was from AMT and the fact that it came out in 1980, or this boxing is from 1988, I was initially pretty worried. But now it's no Tamiya. It's no Tamiya, but I can only imagine that this would have been a very nice kit when it originally came out. The clear parts are very clear, which is nice. What really took me away was, despite it being an 80s kit, all the panel lines are recessed, and they're very nicely recessed. I haven't checked scalemates on this, but just due to how there's no flash on any parts, I would go out on a limb and guess that this was probably a fairly new tool when it came out. You can see it's not a complex kit. There's two sprues. I'm either going to do a lot of custom detailing, or there's gotta be a photo etch or resin set out there somewhere for the F-15, just to spruce up at least the cockpit. So that's acquisition one. I'm definitely going to be building it at some point in the future. The decal sheet's pretty... Actually, let me show you that. The decal sheet, this was in shrink wrap, so the decal sheet is basically like new. I'll still probably stick it in the window and hit it with some decal bonder spray before I try to use them. But decal sheet is like new. A little bit on the yellow side, but it's been sealed. Now on to the other thing. This one's a bit different, because I'm not totally sure what I'm going to do with it. I can't decide, because it's not an ultra rare kit, but for what I paid for it and how much it seems to be going for on eBay, I probably could turn a fairly decent, relatively decent profit. I paid $7 for this. The box is like new. There's not a single scratch or tear on the box itself. There's like one little spot, and it is an almost original boxing of the Airfix Boeing Clipper in 1/144th scale. Now, unfortunately, this isn't the original boxing. This is actually the first reboxing from 1967, I think. But I've seen this boxing right here going for about $35 to $40, not including shipping on eBay. I paid $7 for it, so I haven't decided if I'm going to be building this or reselling it. So I haven't taken anything off the sprue, but we can get a glimpse into the box. All I can say is it's pretty amazing. Though the detail is raised, it's very fine, and there's very little flash around major parts. Because even though this is a very, very old kit, it was basically a brand new tool when this boxing came out. So this is probably among the nicest you'll ever find this kit. Kind of odd though. This was also in shrink wrap, but during transit that was damaged and I just took it off because I wasn't totally sure that it was original shrink wrap. The decals aren't great. They're all still there, but the decal film the protective cover has gone funky and they've yellowed, but they're still there and still visible, so if I'm going to build this, I'm either going to buy another set or try to print a new set, scan this, clean it up in an image program of some sort. So that's the loot portion of this video. Let me just check here, see what else I wanted to talk about. Again, I'm going to release the Stug video a week from now, so a week from September 6th. I don't have a calendar with me, I don't know what day that is specifically. As you can see, she's almost done. I just got to do a little bit of weathering and final assembly and maybe spruce up this temporary display base a little bit. Just a kind of interesting thing to close right here. I thought it would be kind of fun to show you guys like a little sneak peek into what I'm doing here in the future. This is my kind of organizational thing for my basic video stuff to make sure that I actually tagged and set the release date on my videos. And this is accurate. This isn't a glance into the future. This is everything I'm working on at this moment simultaneously. It's more projects than I think I've ever worked on at once before. I did finish this one. I have a little bit left to do on it. But I'm doing all the video editing on this. I'm building the Stug right now, while at the same time building the FW200, and I just started building this all at once. So it's a lot of files to keep in order. But that's what I'm doing right now. Well, with that all updated, the last bit is the promotion I mentioned earlier. I finally started a blog. With school back in session, I've got a computer again, so I can keep it updated normally-ish. I'll try to. I've got a little sticky note here telling me to take frequent pictures in addition to video. So, link in the description, and if I can figure out this card thing, I'll put it there too, but I have an official, actual blog, and I'm going to try to keep it updated fairly frequently, so check that out. Alright, see you guys in a week. Bye.